Sorry about that, guys. Back. Nature called, so I had to use the Nature's Head compost toilet. So, I got my jacket off. It is... I'll grab the temperature probe so I don't keep moving the camera. You guys hate that. 53 Fahrenheit in the tiny house already. Humidity is plummeting from 80% down to 73. So I'm guessing it was just the moisture inside the tiny house over the winter. And we're now up to 7 degrees Celsius in a matter of no time. So all the work that I've done on the ceiling has paid off, especially using the survival blanket. Now, I've talked about this before. I didn't think that stuff would work. It absolutely does. And it's cheap. Kind of an awesome thing. So, I can feel that's actually moving. The ceramic plate is actually moving the air almost to the front of the kitchen countertop where my hand is right here. So, quite impressive. So anyway, yeah, so if you guys are thinking about going off the grid or anything like that, or if you want to survive an emergency situation long term, if you had to, that's why I'm into the prepping and survival as well. Because all this, if you look at it, guys, it goes together. How do I survive in a tiny building, disconnected from the world, basically, right? Now, obviously, I'm not totally disconnected because this thing's running off of propane, and I need a way to get propane. But that's why eventually I'm saving up for a wood stove in here, and that will, you know, be my backup. But anyway, yeah, so all these, the survival and the off-grid and it's almost homesteading, it all in the tiny house, all blend in together in a nice little, in a way, right? So we'll see how things turn out. There's going to be a lot of stuff this year, guys. Massive spring cleaning coming. I'm not doing it today. I just wanted to check in with you guys, do a kind of a walk around, make sure everything's running. My batteries survived the deadly winter. It was bitterly cold, and yet again, I'm proven right on the global warming subject. And the naysayers will just, you know, bash me in the comments on this, but sorry guys, it's it's ridiculous. But anyway, I didn't film a lot here in the winter. Just to tell you what I did film was when my brother came down for the holidays. You guys saw that video already before this one. And the reason I do this, guys, I did a ton of work in here, and I shot a ton of video footage. So, and that was a good thing because I got busy with work, busy with my dad's health, and I want to keep putting out daily videos for the audience, you guys. So it worked out really well. Though I was away from the tiny house for 2 months during the bitter cold winter, that's okay, because you guys kept getting daily videos that are brand new for you guys and old to me because I did all the work, edited them together for you guys, and then obviously my Patreon members got it all first, which is good because they are the ones bankrolling this project. As far as they're doing a good job giving me the money I need to get some more stuff done, which is awesome. Oh, up to 13, almost up to 14 volts. Must be the sun, must be breaking through out there. So anyway, yeah, so there's going to be a lot of stuff going on this year, 2018, guys, on the tiny house. because I spent most of my Christmas money on essentials though, I needed new work shoes, 2 pairs, and I bought 4 pairs of work pants as well. And those are essentials to me. So that, all my Christmas money's gone off of that. Sorry. I do have the Canadian Tire $50 gift card right here, which I have yet to use. I need to use it. Not that it'll expire or anything. But I think I'm going to get that work table. What I'm looking at, guys, is one of those foldable plastic. I can fold it up, store it away somewhere if I don't need it. It's made of plastic. It's heavy duty. And like the top is made of a heavy plastic, but everything else is metal. And it's got a carrying handle and the whole bit. The reason I want that is I can set that up, get a bunch of projects done, like the lighting back there, because I have to do some wiring and rigging and all this stuff. I can get a bunch of projects done, because whereas if I just buy a piece of shelving and hook that up, all that's going to do is sit back there for a bit and not really help me out at this point in time, right? I want to get some more stuff done, get the tiny house looking better and better as we go. What else is going on? Oh yeah, I'll tell you about my dad. So, my dad had, remember guys, when he passed out while driving, and I was in the passenger seat, thank God, and it was a mess. But anyway, I saved him, saved us. We got him to the hospital. They thought it was a heart attack or something. They checked him out there. They sent him to a university hospital who knows what the hell they're doing. They checked him out. He did not have a heart attack, did not have a stroke. They did every test in the world on him and could not find anything. However, to be safe, they put a defibrillator in him. Awesome. And they keep track of it with a device at home. He puts this thing up to his device in his chest, the defibrillator. It sends a signal back to the university hospital. They keep tabs on him. Pretty crazy. So they ran, after running every test in the book, they focused on the heart, but then they said, well, since you're here, let's do a full body scan. So they did the full body scan. That's when things get crazy, okay? They found something, a mass, in his stomach. And they just recently did a biopsy on the object, and it's a tumor. I do not have the information on anything beyond that until the doctors send it in, get the results, and tell us. So, the doctor who did the biopsy said it's non-aggressive, but it is the size of a grapefruit in his stomach. So, that's quite large. And maybe he now knows why his appetite's lost. He has a grapefruit object permanently in his stomach. So, I thank everybody for their thoughts and prayers, big time, because I don't know what I'd do without him. Really, I'd be a disaster, I'll tell you that. But I'm keeping him, as healthy as I can be. Other thing, so in the meantime, biopsy's done. He's okay. He's taking it easy. I'm doing most of the work and the chauffeuring. But he can drive again. So that's okay. So he's doing a little bit of that. Not too much. I've been still chauffeuring him around. What else? Dentist. His jaw is infected. The dentist, he goes for an annual checkup. The dentist at that time missed a heavily damaged or heavily infected tooth, and that went on for a year. So he went back, and My dad's kind of the person who likes to tough out pain and don't tell anybody or don't go in. So it's not a good situation. So he goes in for his checkup. They look at his tooth. He's like, oh, this is sore over here. The girl dentist checks it out. She says, oh my God, this tooth is infected. Your jaw's infected. And the tooth above it is infected as well, because they make contact with one another. Right. So this week, Thursday this week, he goes in, gets both teeth yanked out, because a root canal's just a joke, because these teeth are that badly damaged from infection. Thankfully, I have good people that follow me on YouTube. Charles and John, our Tiny Cabin Project, told me methods of dealing with tooth pain that they had to look up for themselves at one point or another. So thanks to Charles and John for that, and please check them out. They're doing a good job at their place. It looks a lot better than mine, I'll tell you that. But anyway, so the combination of that treatment, and if you can ask Charles and John all about it, and maybe hint at them to make a video about it. I know they didn't. I told him he should have made a video. He said, well, there's a bunch of videos out there about that. But still, it's good information. Maybe you guys can pull his arm or something. But anyway, also, Infowars.com, Alex Jones, Survival Shield, Colloidal Silver. Not Survival Shield, Silver Bullet, Colloidal Silver. Colloidal silver is magic in a bottle that you do not need a prescription for. It is tiny particles of silver in water, and what it does, silver kills pretty much anything. Okay? So what I did, I told my dad, take a shot glass of water. I put 2 droppers in of the colloidal silver, which is about a tablespoon, I believe, in the shot glass of water. I told him to put the shot glass back, don't drink it, swish it around in your mouth for a good 15 minutes to half hour. Then you can swallow it. It's safe to swallow. That killed or subsided a lot of the pain and crap my dad is going through. So the bacteria in your gums and your teeth and your mouth and all that is just destroyed by this silver. And then when you swallow it, obviously it's going to destroy anything in your gut bacteria, which is not good. But you can always remedy that by downing a thing of apple cider vinegar or probiotics or whatever. We'll get into that later. I got video on that as well. So anyway, he's going to get his teeth pulled. So he's going through the ringer this year, last year and this year. So hopefully everything gets subsided. Now, tumors, naturalnews.com, I follow them. A girl scientist, doctor, whatever, down in my province of Canada, discovered when she treated cancer cells with dandelion root, they died. All natural. Grows on almost everybody's front yard. So what I did was I ordered some organic dandelion root. Now, you definitely want organic because I wouldn't trust going on my yard or my neighbor's yard and getting some dandelion root. The reason is, you don't know what the hell was sprayed on your yard. So, you could damage things worse than go buy, I got mine on eBay, 700 gram bag of organic dandelion root. I'll show you guys in a later video when it arrives. I'm going to have my dad drink a cup of that tea per day. In the meantime, until we get to this summer, where cannabis will be legal in my country, Canada, in my province of Ontario, it will be legal. Thus, cannabis oil, which I knew about way before they were even talking about legalization. Not that I've ever had cannabis ever in my life, but I know enough about research. I do a lot of research online on different things that are important, right? Like your health. Though I may not look it, guys, I'm losing the weight slowly, surely. But beyond the point, the dandelion root will be an intermediate until I get access to cannabis oil for my dad to knock this tumor out. Cannabis oil is swallowed, not smoked. Anybody who tells you that you smoke it is highly ignorant. You lose about 50 to 60% or higher of the medical use of cannabis when you do that. Eat it. It tastes like crap, I'm sure. Shoot it down with a glass of water or orange juice or something. Get it down into your system. And it's cured a ton of people's ailments, including cancer. Thousands of people have cured their own cancer with cannabis oil. You want more information on that? PhoenixTears.org. .org or .com, either one. Look it up on Google. And I give all credit towards what's his name? Simpson. Rick Simpson is his name. Canadian, had to leave the country because he was curing people of diseases with cannabis oil. The country of Canada, who is now legalizing it, was going after him for helping people beyond big pharma, all naturally. Illegally, but it was saving lives, and it doesn't kill anybody. It doesn't do a lot of harm other than harms the government's pockets because they cannot control what kind of pills they give you, right? So I want to get him on cannabis oil. I pray to God that my dad's tumor is not cancerous or anything like that, because I know for damn sure they're going to put him on chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is the most toxic stuff out there, guys. Cannabis oil has never killed anybody, is all natural, and won't screw up the rest of your body. The side effects are sleepiness, munchies, and that's about it. Maybe laughter. Whereas chemotherapy is, chemotherapy's carcinogenic, which means it causes cancer. Interesting how the government gives us a treatment to kill cancer that's also causes cancer. Anybody have a brain anymore? Anybody out there? And then also look, and then you can Google the laundry list of other side effects that chemotherapy has. So, this is my little rant video, guys. Sorry that you don't want to hear this, you want to see more tiny house. But I'm telling you what's going on. Now, I hope everything goes well. I hope you guys, your thoughts and prayers are with us. I'll let you know live on my Facebook group, the Off-Grid Tiny House on Facebook, if any major changes or something is happening. But that's what's going on. And so, yeah, it's just crazy. I'm trying to do everything I can for my dad without breaking the law. So I gotta wait until they legalize cannabis. Thankfully, this upcoming summer, this year, it will be legal. Now, I'll have to read up on the laws and stuff, but I may be able to grow a single plant in the tiny house via my, oh, I'll show you. Via my I'll get to this stuff. My dad gave me this, another flashlight with batteries. Awesome, thank you. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Via, I have another roll of this, but this one is a lot shorter. So, why did I buy one that is a lot shorter? This is an RGB 12 volt LED grow light that is a meter long. Not very long, right? Good. Why did I buy it so short? Well, when experimenting with my other one, and I know I'm going to get comments, you could have cut the other one and soldered on connections. I do not have a soldering kit, need to buy one. But in the meantime, I have this one. Will run off my solar power. And guess what? I hopefully will be able to grow any type of plant indoors in the tiny house, run it off the solar via the PWM load side of my solar charge controller. And the nice thing about those charge controllers, guys, I can set them to shut off after 12 hours, or they will automatically shut off after the battery gets to a certain voltage that I preset in there, which means it's automatic. I don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about my batteries getting damaged, and that's awesome, right? So this light, I'm going to be building a special setup where I can grow plants indoors. My first plant on the aquaponics system, if I get that going this year, hopefully I will be, guess what? Cannabis once it's legal. Hopefully. Why do I need it? Well, like I say, it's for my dad. So, you know, I'm working on all the, it's not really for myself, it's for my dad. So I'm trying to do what I can for him. That's legal, obviously, guys. Now don't get on my case, oh, that's illegal. No, it isn't, because they've already stated, the government's already stated that every person will be able to grow their own amount of plants. That's fine. So just that's the end of that. So I gotta, there's a lot of work gonna happen, but it looks like I gotta clean things up. I gotta build my dad I gotta build a contraption for the aquaponics setup where I can have it lighted. It's growing inside the tiny house. It's going to be all working together off the grid, and I will be able to grow medicine naturally for my dad and hopefully cure him of his whatever he has, right? And that's huge. That's a huge goal for me this year. Get my dad healthy and taken care of. Everything else, back burner. And I'm sure you guys understand. But yeah, I brought a bunch of stuff over. I have my USB charging station, which is going to charge all these power packs and such. So I'll get to try that out in later videos. Obviously not going to happen today, because I'm just giving you updates of, because it's been a long time since I talked to you guys over the winter. And, you know, that's the way it is. So I brought my 5-in-1 test strips back that were donated by Mike, 1 Acre Homestead Mushroom Patch. I used these at the house to test our city water because it's disgusting. The pH is safe at home, I'm happy to report. However, I still filter my water and will always filter my water because I do not trust it after seeing the nasty of what's going on. Okay, this can go over here too. Now, what I can show you guys is, this is the other tapestry I ordered from Wish, similar to the Zen chakra guy over there. And this thing will cover my entrance door to the storage area, hopefully. Whoops, it's quite wide. It's kind of a cool design, I think. It possibly could be upside down, I do not know. Let me flip it around to see. I like these tapestries though, that they have. I believe this is, if I look at it from a distance, was it upside down? It's a little bit, it's a weird one. I believe it's trees, but it's a bad print, looks like. But anyway, that's going to cover the doorway over here. Here, I'll just quickly show you guys what this thing's going to, give you a little preview of how this thing's going to hang. I'm not that tall, so it's going to go all the way up, you know, somewhere around here. All the way to the ceiling, of course, and then you guys get a little sneak preview of what this thing's going to look like. Should help. Should help, obviously, the looks of the tiny house, and it kind of separates each room off. I don't know what that looked like, so I'll see later on this camera, on the video. So that's cool. So that. I'll hang this on the elliptical for now, just so it's out of the way. So my camera's about to die, and yeah, it's getting nice and toasty in the tiny house. So I'm going to shut the propane off, but continue to leave the fans on. There we go. So, and we're 13.5 volts still. Awesome. We're supposed to get freezing rain and possibly a snowstorm. So we're not out of winter yet, though we had a huge thaw today. It's getting rid of most of the snow, which is awesome. Check my lights. They're working. Awesome. These are off of Wish too, guys. These are actually quite expensive, but awfully worth it if you can see how bright they are. They're blindingly bright. $7 a piece for these lights. So that's pretty awesome. And my Charles's power pack is only down to 98%. It's only down 2% from 100, which is really good. So they're efficient lighting. They're very bright. And like I say, getting back into the tiny house and survival and what you need to survive, lighting that's efficient, that you can run without solar. You got battery packs. You can run your heat off battery packs if you do what I did. Now do it safely. Know what you're doing when you're doing it. Obviously, right? What else? Yeah, so I just wanted to give you a bunch of updates, guys, of what's going on. Not much to show today. I'm not in the cleaning mood, as you can tell. I will get to all this stuff when I can, but I will get the gift card. I think I'll go over there today after I'm done at the tiny house. I'm going to use that gift card up while I still have a little bit of cash in my wallet as well, in case I go over. But I'm going to get that table. I'm going to have a work table back here, and that way I can get stuff done. I'll worry about the shelving later, worry about the batteries later, because I don't have the money for that yet. Even lead acid batteries are expensive, guys. And even if I bought lead acid batteries, guess what I have to do? I have all my framing for solar in there. I have to set all that solar up. But not only that, I have to set the framing up, set the solar panels up, run the wiring in, set the MPPT charge controller up, hook all that up, and then I'll have a bigger system back there. But right now I'm concentrating on family. So I want to get this stuff done for my dad. So now, if you guys don't believe in cannabis, well, that's up to you. If you want to take chemotherapy, go for it. See what happens. I've heard success. There's more. Okay, look up the failure rate of chemotherapy. That should give you a pretty good idea of what's going on. And it's pretty sick that our government is doing this to the people. But then again, we got GMOs in our food, and we have Roundup in most of our food. So why not add some more on the way out, right? Sick civilization we're in. Yeah, that thing's still throwing the heat. So, what else is going on? Everything else, all my other family members are doing okay. I'm doing okay. Yeah, I think that's all I can really say, guys. So, it's too bad that this happened, but it could be worse. Definitely worse. But your guys' prayers and thoughts, I believe that they helped get us to this point. So if you can continue that, that's awesome. I'll get back to regular videos when I can. Though the regular videos upcoming are going to be me cleaning, me setting up a grow system, probably aquaponics. I'll have to pick up some fish. I'll have to, do something. I'll have to, and I do not have experience with aquaponics. I'm just diving in like I did with solar, DIY. Hope I do not kill any fish. I want to, hopefully you guys can give me a hand on that. Yeah, so, you know what? Even if I do not do aquaponics, what I can do is have the fish tank full of water and do like a hydroponics setup. Or, yeah, it'd be like a hydroponics where I have a nutrient in the water. Every so often a pump comes on and pumps the water into the plant, and I don't have to worry about heating the water or anything like that. I've never grown cannabis. I'm rookie at best gardener, but I do pretty good for vegetables, so I don't know if that's going to help me or not. But I gotta get this from my dad for sure. So hopefully you guys are behind me on this. Yeah. So hopefully you guys won't be too upset that I'm concentrating on family first. But it's kind of important, guys. You only got one, right? And we want to get this taken care of. So, but my dad's okay. Like, he's fine. He's driving. He's doing all that stuff. After they did the biopsy into his stomach, he obviously has to take it easy for a couple days. We did. I did most of the work. He got paid. He wrote the bill and got his money, whatever. But anyway, we'll get there, hopefully. And my dad will be turning 70 this year. 70 years old. Still working. Still active. Still wants to work. Because he's the type of person, he goes stir crazy if he's not doing something. So I don't argue. I just say, go do what you do, but do it light, and then I'll handle the rest. And we go from there. So, tiny house survived. You guys are still sticking with me. Channel's growing, slowly but surely. That's good. So that's good. Yeah. So I'll do what I can, guys, like I say, but there's a lot going on, and hopefully you guys understand. I'm just rambling on, but battery's just about dead on the camera, so I'm pretty much going through the whole thing. This thing lights up the whole friggin' tiny house. I should turn my LED lights off and show you that. Just a minute. Okay, LED lights are off on the ceiling. Look at that. This thing is pretty damn awesome. Those lights are awesome. I was scared because I tried, after doing the resin on these guys, I didn't test them out, and then I came back and I was fiddling with them and I just couldn't get them to turn on, so I was afraid I got a dud order from Wish. And at $7 a piece, that sucks. But obviously they work. I had to fiddle with the connection, I guess, to get them to work. Let's see how hot they are. Warm. Oops, that one shut off. Oops, like I say, fiddling. Whoa. God, when you get them to work, they blind you. Oh my God. Oh, my eyes. That's crazy. This thing is insane. Oops. Yeah, see, I still got to fiddle it with one. Oh, there it goes. That's weird. You just tap it and it comes on. So now they're both facing the same direction. And look at that. That's pretty crazy. That's a hell of a light. Though you got to fiddle with the connection a bit, which I do not like. It should be straightforward, but that's pretty awesome. Unbelievable, guys. So anyway, that's it for the tiny house, guys, for today. Give you those updates. It's been a while since I've been here, so I wanted to get a lot off my chest, tell you guys what's going on. But we did it. The tiny house survived, and hopefully I can continue to make money and get the stuff done here. The search for land. I'll name it the never-ending story, because I don't know what is going on, but I cannot find local land around here. My life depended on it. For money that's not totally crazy. And for some reason, around here, it's almost impossible to sever land. I don't know what the story is. I think there's like a behind-the-scenes monopoly or something going on, because it should not be this difficult to find land. I just want some bare land. Not even an acre, guys. I'm talking quarter of an acre, half an acre. I don't need a lot for the tiny house. I need a piece of grass I can park the tiny house on, finish the tiny house, have a nice greenhouse outside, have the ability to park a vehicle, and that's it. Is that too much to ask for? Apparently so. It's apparently very difficult to live off the grid in Canada, because land is, I don't know what's going on. I'm pretty sure there's something going on behind the scenes, because I've never seen anything like this, ever. I've been looking for land since I started this project. I've been looking for land before I even built and got the tiny house, got the trailer. This is a recycled trailer, transport trailer, that I refurbished into a tiny house. It worked out well. But camera's dying. I'll see you guys next time. Looking for land is almost impossible, so I'm just going to finish the tiny house as much as I can, then reason, and go from there. So we'll see you guys on the next one, alright?